Okay, if we can start. Greetings, everybody. My name is Davor Altman. Nice to be here. Thank you for coming. My subject for this presentation is managing multiple WordPress websites. And before I begin, I'd like to know how many of you manage more than 3 websites? Okay, and how many of you manage more than 10? Okay, and more than 20? 50? 100? 200? 1,000? Solved. Okay. Well, let's say like this. You know how much time it takes to manage 1,000 websites. It takes a lot of time. And let's say if we asked this guy what he has to say about it. So let's say it like this. You reach the point where your business has grown, and you're managing a very large amount of websites, whether it was 20, 50, 100, 1,000. It takes a lot of time, and that time exponentially grows for every other website you try to manage. And for that reason, if you take the red pill from Morpheus, you go on a trip and try to find out how deep is the rabbit hole. So you start trying to find some tool that will help you in this site management. So the first solution you are looking for is multi-site. And multi-site is a very good solution for managing multiple websites, but it has its limitations. First of all, the fact that all the websites share the same database. What if you wanted some particular plugins on one website? How, for example, if you got a new client and he has some specific set of plugins and he doesn't want to convert his single WordPress installation into a part of your multi-site network. And there is also a matter of speed, because every single child site on the network shares the same database. And although multi-site is one of great tools that can help you with this, there are some other solutions. But first, I'd like to briefly touch the subject that Luca mentioned in his presentation. So let's start at the beginning, at the very beginning. First, you got the client. Like Luca mentioned, let's say it's a client with reasonable goals set. So you have the 5-minute famous WordPress installation. And since WordPress is growing so fast, I would be very happy if in about 10 years or so, every single other website created will be proudly powered by WordPress. But that's the easy part, the installation. So now you had a chat with the client, he said what he wanted, et cetera, et cetera. So now comes a little bit tricky part. You're customizing the website according to her needs. You're choosing the right set of plugins. You are tweaking the code a little bit. Maybe there is no plugin available at the moment to respond to the needs of your clients. So you might need to create another one from scratch. You're choosing a theme. You're customizing HTML, CSS. And let's say like this. You created a website, and for some reason, the client is happy at the start. And everything is perfect. But if everything's perfect, maybe this client would like for you to keep managing his website, performing regular updates, taking care of the website security, of the website's uptime. And that's the thing when you ask yourself, okay, currently I'm having 10 clients. Each of them has around 3 websites that I manage. And when you start to think about it, you realize that so much time is getting wasted on maintaining and managing those websites you already have. And you have no time to expand your business, find new clients, et cetera, et cetera. Let's say like this. The problems when you're managing multiple WordPress websites. First of all, logging into multiple websites. So where do you keep, for example, where do you keep records for WP admin details of your clients' websites? Luca? Where? Where do you keep WP admin details for the websites you manage for your clients? Well, let's say like this. If you have, like Luca, 1,000 websites, those would be 1,000 admin users and 1,000 passwords. And if you'd like to keep your work, if you want to get your work short, you'll use the same credentials. But that could be a security issue, because if someone gets to know the WP admin credentials of one website, he could get access to each and every one of them. And so also the second point is the time you need to waste with logging into every single WP admin area of each website you manage. So the first solution to this problem is a single entry point to WP admin areas of all your websites. Much like multi-site has, but these are all separate WordPress installations. So you have many clients with many websites, and you're managing all of them. It's a waste of time if you're going to remember the credentials, keep them somewhere. And each and every time you have to type them in, log in, and not to mention if you are also going to take care of the security. So you will also have change WP admin login. You will also have HTTP authentication, for example, two-factor authentication. You will have a CAPTCHA, et cetera, et cetera. So it is an unnecessary waste of time, let's say like that. So something like this, a single entry point to each and every WP admin area of each website with one click, without having to type in credentials. That's a must-have, and it increases with each and every website you add to your collection. And if we connect it with one other thing that you need to do on a regular basis when you are managing multiple WordPress websites, that is updating WordPress core, plugins, and themes on all your websites. So first of all, you need to check on a regular basis, are there any updates on the sites you are managing? And the second thing, you are also going to check the compatibility with WordPress version you're having, with other plugins, et cetera, et cetera. And you're going also to update everything. So just a thought. You're managing 1,000 websites. You're logging into each and every one of them. You're checking the available updates, and you're updating that. By a rough calculation, let's say like that, if an average time needed to log into the admin area of a website, check on updates, and perform them, let's say it's between 1 minute and 5 minutes. So let's take an average of 3 minutes. And if you're managing 5 websites, that would be 15 minutes wasted. That doesn't look so big at this point, but if we reach the number of 100 websites, that would be 300 minutes. So 5 hours of unnecessary work you need to do. If you are like Luca and have 1,000 websites, that would go even more. And what if there could be a solution so that you can log into a single point, check all the updates for all the websites, and just with the click of a button, you update everything. Something similar to your own personal assistant. So you don't need to check on everything. He will bring everything in front of you and say, OK, these are the updates you have on these websites, on all of them. You just have to confirm, click here, and everything will be updated. So that is one other problem which we are all facing when we are managing multiple WordPress websites. And like I said, so one central point, each and every website you manage, the display of every possible update of plugins, themes, WordPress core at one place, and with one click, you do everything. That's the time saver. The time you can use in some other way. You can focus on your business, spend time with your family, or anything else you want to do. This is something unnecessary to do when you are managing multiple sites. It would be like, I don't know, you are washing the clothes manually and there is a washing machine available, for example. No need to waste time on this. One other problem, spam comments. They will grow on your site. That is unavoidable. Also, there will be a significant amount of post revisions and table overhead. All these things, they slow down the website. And if you are going to manage 1,000 websites, you would have to find the right tools to resolve this problem. Will there be the same tools for all the websites? You will have to log into each and every one of them and perform those actions in order to speed up the website and clean the table overhead, etc., etc. Or solution, an easy way to perform website maintenance on all of your websites at once. So once again, a huge time saver. Regular and reliable backups. From my personal experience, I work at Managed WP, and I spend a lot of time talking with WordPress users, and they provide me with the feedback on what they really need. And from my personal experience, the more you value your website, the more, let's say, indispensable the backup becomes. So you want your backup on 68 different locations. You want 3,000 backups at each and every point. So if you want to restore, if something goes wrong with the server, you have a backup someplace safe. So I want it on Amazon, on Dropbox. I want it at my friend's computer. I want it at my own computer. I want it at Google Drive. I want the backup everywhere. And if you are managing 100 websites, you will need to decide which tools you wish to use. For example, some hosting providers offer a backup solution. WP Engine, for example, has a great tool. For scheduled backups also, if you are running an e-commerce website, you need that. You need that on a regular basis, backup. You are maybe going to use Backup Buddy, a great plugin too. Updraft Plus, but you manage 100 websites. You need those plugins on each and every one of them. You will maybe experiment. OK, I'll try this backup tool here, this backup tool there. I'll trust my hosting provider. What's going to happen if a server goes down? Do I have a backup someplace safe, et cetera, et cetera. So, and if everything is well, no problem. You will still have that thought, OK, I still need to check whether the backup was performed, whether that file physically exists somewhere. So if, God forbids, something bad happens, I know I can restore my site. So the solution for this, when you're managing a large number of websites, would be a single reliable tool for regular backups for all your websites, and one central place to monitor and restore any backup at any time. So you're logging into a dashboard with the display of all the backups created. You have a scheduled tool, so you don't have to worry about it. You come to that dashboard, and you pick a backup you need to restore. For example, your client wasn't satisfied with the last backup. With the last modifications to the site you performed. So you need to restore that. OK, I log in. I'll find the website I'm managing. I'll find the backup I need because I have a regular tool that performs backups on a daily basis. And I'm going to restore that. And that's a lot of time that you saved for something else. You can focus. You can find a new client. You can develop something else. Another thing, deployment. When you're creating a website, basically you will create a website at one place, whether that is a local environment or a developer website or something. And afterwards, when a client is satisfied, you show the results. You are going to deploy that from your local machine, from a dev site, to the production website. So just a question. How many of you performed manual migrations? Manual. So what was your experience with manual migrations? Time. Last time I performed a manual migration for a relatively large website, around 5 gigabytes. It took me about 5 hours. So that's a time not well spent. especially when you are running to catch, to deliver the content before the deadline. And you have to wait for 5 hours if it's a large website to get that site deployed from your local machine to the production website. That's just the time that you don't have. You need to focus on your business, not to some regular manual deployments that will only consume your time and nothing else. So what is the solution? The solution would be one central place, again, to keep track of dev and production websites and easy deployment in both directions. So you need to make sure that everything on your local machine, on your dev website, is up to date. So you're going to deploy from the live website to the local environment. And that functions basically in both directions. So imagine now, if you are running 100 websites, half of them, let's say, they are developer websites. You need to track everything. OK, this is the development website for this production website. And you need to constantly use some kind of a deployment tool. You have to have track of everything and one-click easy deployment that will also save you a lot of time. So again, you can focus on something else. So until now, keynotes, one-click login to WP admin areas of your websites. No need to type your passwords each and every time. One-click login, and that's it. A central place for displaying available updates and one click away from performing them. Again, you're going to log in into each and every website you're managing. You're going to check on updates and then update everything. No need to do that. One central place, one click, update everything, and that's it. You can go drink a coffee. Regular maintenance. So cleaning spam comments, post revisions, and table overhead. Reliable daily backups, and easy way to restore them if needed. Easy deployment from dev to production, and vice versa. Now, what would be the other perks of these kind of tools? These kind of tools, so let's take a real-life scenario here. You found an awesome security plugin, and you wish to install it on all of your clients' websites. How are you going to do that? You're going to log into each and every one of your websites. You're going to install and activate that plugin, and then you're going on to the next website, to the next, etc. Or you log into one single area. You install a plugin on all of your websites at once. You can also run comparison between the plugins you have activated and installed on one website and which plugins are missing on another, etc., etc. You wish to publish a post to 100, 1,000 websites at once. You can do that with these kind of tools. No need to copy the content, log into the WP admin area of another website, and performing the same repetitive action over and over again. OK, adding and managing users across any number of websites. Your friend John Doe performs greatly, and he is going to be your assistant. You are going to put him as an administrator to all of the websites you're managing. So you're going to log into each and every WP admin area of your websites and create a user, John Doe, set him to be administrator, and that's it. So if you're managing 100 websites, 100 times you will have to perform the same action. Or you can create a user at one place, and it will automatically get created on all the websites at once. So let's just say that these kind of tools become a necessity when you're managing more than 3, 5 websites. When you're on a scale to 100, that becomes indispensable. OK, I kept it a bit short and sweet. I'm working for managedwp.com, one of these solutions, but there are plenty other in the market, and others are arriving every once in a while. So besides managedwp.com, there's also Jetpack, there's InfiniWP, there's MainWP. Most of them are freemium solutions, but at this point in time, when time is so precious when you are in this kind of business, it's like you're traveling. I mean, I arrived in Prague by plane. I could have walked my way from here, but I would get tired and exhausted at some point. So this becomes a necessity when you're in a WordPress business. I mentioned Manage WP, Infinite WP, Main WP. There's also iTeam Sync. They're pretty good, and others are arriving also. I come from Belgrade, Serbia, and we are very proud that we have our first WordCamp, Belgrade, on the 19th of April. So if you happen to come by, pay us a visit. These are also some of my personal links. So if you miss a question on the Q&A now, feel free to contact me. And OK, in about 2 seconds, let's go with the Q&A. Anybody ever heard about these tools I just mentioned? Great. You? No? Who heard? Anybody uses multi-site? You use multi-site. And what's your experience? Give this man a microphone. Thank you.
Sometimes you have advantages with a multi-site because you're using the same plugins or the same settings. But sometimes it's also very convenient to use something like Managed WP.
So you tried out Managed WP?
I tried out, yes.
Okay.
And it's not bad.
Not bad. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else tried Managed WP or any other of these tools? Okay, you're going to have to try them, especially the ones of you that manage more than 5 websites. Okay, try it now. Any other questions? And we're waiting. Yes.
Hello, I have a question regarding the security of these plugins.
Yes.
As there must be some hold to allow this plugin to work with WordPress. So how exactly this works, and are you pretty sure that it's protected all the time?
Since I can tell you how Managed WP works. So basically, we have a plugin on our website. First of all, let me mention this. Those tools I mentioned previously, they have a self-hosted solution, some of them, so you receive your own installation, or you have a hosted solution. Managed WP, for example, is hosted solution. So we have a plugin on our website, and when you register, you get a subscriber role, and you get redirected to your own instance, your own dashboard. When you wish to add a website, you install our plugin, Managed WP Worker, on your website. So when you're adding a website, Managed WP Worker communicates with that plugin on our website. And it sends encrypted and hashed messages. And each request is hashed. And this is how you add a website to Managed WP. Let's say it like this. In 2012, Managed WP was out. And since then, we haven't had a single security breach. That's something we pay very much attention to.
OK, thank you. Is there any possibility of two-step authentication, for example?
Yes. Let's say it like this. For the maximum security, I mean, you can never get enough of security these days, of course. But for a maximum security, I would say you change the WP admin area of your website to something else. iTeam Security, great plugin for that. You put HTTP authentication on WP admin folder. And you add a site to Managed WP. You then add a two-factor authentication to Managed WP to your own account. So you receive a code whenever you try to log in via SMS. And you also provide an IP address or a list of IP addresses. Only from those addresses, you can log into Managed WP. So you have everything at one single place, and only you can access it.
OK, thank you very much.
Thank you. Another question? OK, now go and try these tools. Thank you.